Step 1. Shut off the water valve. Flush the toilet. And remove the lid. Use a wet vac to remove any water left in the tank.
You now have two options. Option number 1, after you've closed the water valve, vacuum all of the water out of the tank and flush the toilet. Take a packet of OT Liquid Lock. It will cost you around $3.50. Please note, toilets with a GPF of 3.5 or higher will require 2 packets. Pour it into the bowl, and any residual water in the trapway will turn into gel after 4 minutes. That way, when you remove the toilet, it will not make a mess. Option number 2, after you vacuum all of the water out of the tank, vacuum as much water as you can out of the bowl, and when removing the toilet, be extra vigilant to keep it level to avoid any water leaking out of the trapway. It always helps to have a large sponge, a towel, or a mop on standby should any residual water leak out of the trapway. After 4 minutes, it turned everything into gel. Now, if you were to reuse this toilet, just add water. It will disintegrate and flush down the toilet.
If you have a 2-piece toilet, like this, you would unscrew the water line from the tank. Always helps to have a container nearby. Unscrew the wing nut and the washer. Do the same on the other side. And this tank lifts right off. If you have a 1-piece toilet, unscrew the water line from the tank. In both cases, pop off the cap at the base. Use an adjustable crescent wrench. Unscrew the nuts. Remove the nut. Remove the washer. And do the same on the other side at the base. Now your toilet is ready to be removed and lifted up.
After the toilet has been removed, use a putty knife, chisel, or tool to remove the old wax off of the toilet flange. After you've cleaned the wax off of the toilet flange, carefully flip the toilet upside down. I used a piece of cardboard for extra protection. Take the provided wax ring, place it over the center hole, making sure that the plastic horn is facing the ceiling. Use one or both hands and apply pressure. Not too much, just enough to hold it to the toilet temporarily. Please note, if your toilet flange is above the ground, use a standard wax ring. If your toilet flange is recessed below the ground, use an extra thick wax ring. These 2 bolts on the toilet flange are going to go through these 2 holes on the side of the wax ring. Pick the toilet off the ground, flip it upside down, and carefully lower it on to the 2 bolts. At this point, we want to apply pressure on the toilet to gently compress the wax ring. So just start applying pressure, push straight down. Don't go crazy with it. You don't really want to rock it side by side, but apply pressure straight down to make the toilet flush with the ground, so to speak. Once we have lowered the toilet onto the toilet flange, we're now going to install the tank. Please note, if it's brand new, there are 2 wing nuts and a plastic end cap that you need to remove before installing the tank. Also, be sure that the big rubber gasket is present.
These two bolts are going to go through these two holes. A good tip is when lowering the tank onto the toilet, use your finger to feel the bolt and to feel the hole. It will help you guide it in. Take the provided washer and wing nut. Find the protruding mounting bolt on the underside. Secure it with a washer and tighten the wing nut. Do not over tighten. Do the same on the other side. Next, take the provided plastic washer, put it over the toilet flange bolt, secure it with the wing nut. Being extra careful not to over tighten it because you will crack the porcelain. Lastly, put the cap over it. Do the same on the other side. Install the toilet seat. You have two plastic squares. They snap open or they snap close. Snap it open, slip the plastic bolt through and through the hole. On the underside, secure it with a plastic washer and a plastic nut, then snap it closed. Do that on both sides. Put the lid back on and reconnect the water hose to the tank. Note, my original water line was 12 inches. I had to upgrade to a 20-inch water line to accommodate this ADA chair height toilet. Also note, Teflon tape is not necessary on toilet water lines because on each end there is a rubber washer which makes a watertight connection once compressed and screwed in. All right, so we're just gonna turn on the water valve and we are done. And there you have it. Installation complete. Note, this is a Glacier Bay Power Flush 1.28 GPF vacuum assist. In 2023, it is around $160 at Home Depot. Take care, everyone. Till next time.